Good Monday morning, everybody, and welcome back to Gearhead Daily. The beard is back, that's right. I took a little bit of time off, so I appreciate everybody coming back. And a lot of people have subscribed lately, so that's really awesome. Really appreciate it. And, I kind of hate those, cliched, welcome back to the channel, everybody. And, I'm guilty of it doing it too, but trying to do something different and have a little bit of fun. I saw this come up in my news feed today because I had stopped watching NASCAR for quite a while. And it kind of harkened back to the old school NASCAR days where you saw guys in the backfield, just going at it, and NASCAR letting them have some fun. And by fun, I mean kind of let them settle some crap on the track rather than, behind the trailer, hidden behind, and have them work it out and all sorts of other junk. Which I get to a point. You don't want it to turn into, WWE or, Raw or whatever. But there are some parallels between those two activities. I am hesitant to call WWF or WWE or whatever they're calling themselves these days a sport. However, there's a lot of physicality involved, but there's a lot of theatrics to that. So I think there's a lot of parallels you can draw between NASCAR and pro wrestling. So you kind of have to skirt that fine line between letting the drivers do what they need to do and kind of, take care of their own, much like hockey where, there's a situation where two guys are, kind of going at it, or somebody takes a cheap shot, so another guy needs to get taken out to, have a fight taken. Even if the guy loses, it just sends a message, hey, you don't do that. That's stupid. That's, that's whatever. It kind of polices their own situation. And this is kind of one of those cases where I didn't watch it live, although I probably should have. I was wrapped up in other things. I was kind of, catching up on the WEC race at Spot, which, by the way, it was crazy. If you're into road racing at all, I mean, they had snow, they had sun, they had rain, they had everything. It was an incredible race, just on the weather standpoint. But again, that's Belgium, so what do you expect? They're near the mountains there, so they're going to get all sorts of crazy weather. But they literally raced in the snow, and I thought that was the greatest race. So I really haven't paid a lot of attention to NASCAR. As you know, I made a video prior about how NASCAR is dead and the viewership is going downhill. And part of the reason that I said that NASCAR was going downhill was because they were not allowing the drivers to kind of police their own and have a little bit of theater to it. It was a little vanilla. It was very boring. So what happened last night? They let a couple of them go at it a little bit. So basically what happened, I don't know if you've ever driven wheel to wheel, you do kind of get this tunnel vision, and when somebody messes with you, you take it very personally. And so when tempers run really hot, I totally get it, especially there's a lot of money on the line, etc. So there was basically Kyle won. Nobody likes Kyle, by the way. Clint Bowyer charged forward, throwing random punches, and I'll show you the video. And I mean, it's like Jackie Chan, the NASCAR version of Jackie Chan, just going to town on him. It was crazy. So but here's the thing: he went after him while he's wearing his helmet. I never understood that. Two guys going at it, kind of boxing each other with helmets. At least in hockey, you can get under the chin a little bit. So I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me, but. The video of this is pretty incredible. So let's see if we can do a little, kind of.
They just took a heck of a beating.
Look at it. Just a flurry of just bam, bam, bam. Look at this. He's wearing his helmet. He's buckled in. I mean, come on.
Bowyer and Newman going at it.
Well, we'll show you why.
Old school, right? Just going after the guy. No, it's kind of a cheap shot. Mainly because he's in the car. He's not out yet. I don't condone that sort of thing. I got another angle. I can show you the other angle in a second. Let's finish the video.
Wow.
And what happened after the checkered flag between these two.
All right.
And unlike other All-Star games, these fellas have to race each other every week of the season. Let's set that aside. This is on the cool-down lap after the checkered flag.
Wow. Well, obviously something took place before all this.
Bam.
But Bowyer not
Look at
happy
Bowyer.
at all.
Looks like a machine. So which way did he go? Where is he?
And then he started kind of going after him again. But yeah, so there was an incident on the track, and then later after the race was done, came up from behind him and knocked him out of the way. So that's kind of basically what happened. So there was where was the quote? I thought it was really good. Basically Newman comes back and says, where I come from, you get poked in the nose for that. So Clint went after Newman, and here's basically what it says. I don't know what his beef was. I thought he was a lap down, and our day was over. We lost track position there. I checked up, and he ran into my left rear. So so it was a bit of a checkup, and the guy ran into him. So he maybe thought it was on purpose. Who knows? But here's the alternative angle.
Yeah! You're not lap down of me. I was not a lap down, you dumb.
A lot of swear words, a lot of beeping going on there. But I thought I'd bring that to you today because I thought it was interesting. I brought up the fact that NASCAR should kind of let them go at it a little bit, a little theater involved, and here we are letting them go at it a little bit. And they're probably going to get talked to and maybe a fine or two. But to be honest with you, I'm not saying this is going to be the reason I come back to NASCAR or come watch it again, but you let the drivers do their own thing and kind of let the anger boil over a little bit. You get a little bit of theater, you get a little bit of pizzazz back in the series. I might watch a race or two, if I can catch it. If it's on standard TV. I don't have cable anymore. Haven't for many years, but for lots of reasons. I'm not saying I'm going to come back, but if they allow the guys to have some personality again, I might tune in once or twice. And I think you get rid of that points race thing, and you kind of let them do what they need to do. Then hey, I'm not saying I enjoy a fight, but when it does happen, doesn't mean I can't enjoy it. So anyway, what do you think? And is this probably isn't enough to bring you back to NASCAR, but if you're a NASCAR fan, is this fun to watch? Is this kind of old school, kind of like back in the day, Rubbins racing sort of thing? So anyway, let me know in the comments, and have a good day, guys.